Okay, boys and girls, we're going to practice using this animation program called Piskelap. Once you've typed the website, piskelapp.com, into your browser, you're going to sign in. Signing in allows you to save your animation practices and your final animations. So I'm going to go to this right top corner button and click Sign In. You're going to use your Google account and then type in your password. Now from here on the top menu, you can see that I have a gallery button that I will start to create. So the more animations that I have, the bigger my gallery will be. What we're going to do first is click Create Sprite. That allows us to create a new animation. So from here, we're just going to make a few little mini animations before we make our final animation. So the first thing we're going to start with is this side menu here where it says Add New Frame. Right now we only have one frame. When I add another frame, this allows me to create different scenes in my animation. So I want you to start by clicking Add New Frame and add 5 different frames here. So you should be following along with me as we do this. You can pause the video if you need to. Now go back up to the first frame. You can see this is the first frame because it says number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the corner here. What we're going to do is just make the background of this frame red. So we're going to go to the color picker tool right here, this little black box, and we're going to move this white circle up to red all the way to the top right corner. Then we're going to use the paint bucket tool to just drop this color inside. So you can see that this is starting to blink right now. That's because my first frame is red. The rest of my frames are no color at all. So once I go to the next frame and add red, you can see it's blinking slower. That's because I'm starting to create a red background in all my frames. And once I add that to the last frame, it's not blinking anymore because they're all the same frame. So for our first mini animation, we're going to make a little ball look like it's jumping through our screen here, up and down. So we're going to go to the circle tool, and I want to select a black circle. So go all the way down in the color menu to black, and then just start in the bottom left corner of your frame, and then just drag to make any size circle. Not too big. So once I have that circle there, oh, oops, I added to the wrong frame here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is rearrange the frames here because I wanted this circle to be in frame number 1. So I'm going to grab this button here on the left side, this little arrow button, and move this frame up. Okay, so I have a circle in the bottom left-hand corner of my first frame. I want this ball to look like it's jumping up and then coming back down via 5 frames. So what I'm going to do is copy this exact circle by going to the rectangle selection tool. Once I click that, I'm going to drag around the circle, make sure it's all highlighted in blue here, and then on my keyboard I'm going to click Command plus C together. So once I've clicked Command plus C together, I've copied this circle. I'm going to go to frame 2, and I'm going to drag this selected area up a little bit. Then I'm going to click Command plus V. Command V allows me to paste something. So you can see in my preview menu here, the ball looks like it's jumping up into a new area because I have 2 frames so far and I've moved the ball up. So now I'm going to take this same selected area from frame 2 and click Command C again. Then go to frame 3 and move it up towards the middle top of my frame here, and then click Command V again. So I've pasted the ball again, it's zooming up. Now I'm going to click Command C again to copy, go to frame 4, and this time I'm going to move it down. Command V again to paste it, and now you can see the ball looks like it's going up and down now. Command C to copy again, go to your last frame, number 5, move the ball all the way down to the ground in the corner, Command V. So now I have the ball via 5 frames looking like it's jumping through my frames. Now in this area here, this will allow you to speed up or slow down your animation. So if I move it to the left, it slows down the ball. If I move it to the right, it speeds the ball up very fast. So I'm going to keep it kind of in the middle here. Not too slow, not too fast. Okay, that's our first mini animation. We're going to make 2 more little mini ones. So what we're going to do next is add new frame. And for our next animation here, we're going to try and make somebody look like they're changing their expression. So I'm going to start by kind of making an emoji type of shape. So I'm going to go to Circle Tool, drag a big circle. Then I'm going to go to the Paint Bucket tool, go to the Color Picker tool, and change the face color to yellow, so it looks kind of more like an emoji, and drop the yellow color inside. Now from here, I'm going to go to the Pen tool and go back to black in my color menu. And I'm going to make a kind of like a little face on this emoji. So I'm going to change my pixel size up here to be a little bit bigger. This is 4 pixels together to make the eyes. Then for the mouth, I'm going to go back to a small 1 pixel, and I'm just going to put one little dot there. So our goal here is to make this emoji look like its expression is saying the word wow. So we're going to make this mouth area get bigger and then smaller. So I'm going to duplicate this exact frame. This button right here, the double square, is the duplicate button. So now I have 2 frames of this same expression, but I want to make this expression of the mouth a little bit bigger. So I'm going to keep my pen tool on black, single pixel, and then just add a couple more. You can see in my preview here, so far, it looks like he's opening his mouth a little bit wider. I'm going to duplicate this same frame again and make the mouth a little bigger by adding a few more pixels. So now I have 3 by 3 by 3 pixels. Duplicate again one more time and make this mouth a little bit bigger. So now I'm going to have 4 by 4 by 4 by 4 pixels. And then this is how big we're going to make the mouth, 4 pixels by 4 pixels. So then we want to make it look like he's going back to a small mouth. So what I'm going to do is duplicate these 3 frames each. So I'm going to go to my 8th frame here and click duplicate. And then I'm going to move that frame that I just duplicated down to the bottom. So it's past the big mouth area. Then go back to the 7th frame, duplicate, and move this one down to the bottom again. And then start with the 6th frame, the very first frame we did, duplicate, and move this all the way to the bottom again. So now you can see here the progression of small to big and then back to small. If you look at my preview here, you can see it looks like he's opening his mouth wider, maybe saying the word wow. A funny thing that you could do if you want to try this is you can even take your pen tool and make some text. Obviously the text has to be a little bit boxier, but you can just maybe try and make the word wow. Oops, I made a mistake there. I'm going to click Command Z to undo that mistake. And Command Z again. So obviously with Pixelap, you cannot make anything rounded. We have to stick with sort of geometric type of shapes and letters. So this is just kind of a fun extra step if you want to write the word wow. Okay, so that's our second little mini animation. We're going to make one more. So add a new frame down here. And what we're going to do with this last little mini animation is we are going to make a person look like they're jumping up and then jumping back down. So again, go to the circle tool, make a circle for the head, kind of a medium-sized circle like we did before with the ball. Then I'm going to go to the stroke tool. So this allows me to make a single line altogether. And I'm just going to make a body for my little stick figure. Then I'm going to make 2 legs and 2 arms coming down from the body. The legs are going to be a little bit more straight, like this, not out too much. And then the arms are going to be down a little bit. Okay, so far our stick figure looks like he is just kind of standing there still. So now I'm going to duplicate this frame, and I'm going to change the arms and legs to be a little bit more out, almost like he's jumping up. So I'm going to go to the eraser tool and erase the arms and legs that I've already put on the stick figure. Go back to the stroke tool, and this time I'm going to make the arms go out a little bit so they're more straight. And the legs are going to be a little bit wider. So you can see my preview so far, it looks like he's kind of pressing his arms and legs out a little bit. So I'm going to duplicate this same frame, and now I'm going to change the arms and legs again. So I'm going to erase. Go back to Stroke Tool. This time I'm going to exaggerate the arms a little bit more. So they're going to be, instead of horizontal out, put them up a little bit. And the legs are going to be straight. So you can see in my preview, it looks like he's jumping up a little bit. Now duplicate that frame. Eraser, erase the arms and legs. Stroke Tool. This time the legs are going to be kind of dramatically pointed up. And the arms are going to be dramatically pointed up. Okay, so let's check out our preview. It looks like he is jumping up, so now we want to make him coming back down. So I'm going to duplicate these 3 frames from before. So starting with this one here, duplicate, move it to the bottom, just like we did with the face. Then go to frame number 14, duplicate, move it to the bottom. And let's go to frame 13, duplicate, move it all the way to the bottom. Oops. Okay, so now it looks like he is standing still, jumping, coming back down. So let's look at our preview here. Looks pretty good. Jumping up, coming back down. Okay, so that's the basics of how to start your animation. So once you have this, you can check your practice with me, and then we will go on to our brainstorming of our final animations.